ladies and gentlemen? It's a new year, which means my crew and I did another server tour to show off some top rated servers for you to try out here on Arma Reforger. Now, if you're anything like us, you just want a smooth, little to no hitch server with good ping, a decent armory, and the hopes that it'll be seeded. Seems like a lot to ask for, I know, but it's not far-fetched. Trust me on this. I got you. See, I didn't just play these servers and list them here based on the fun that I had. Fun is considered more as a variable here on Arma, and what I think may be fun can totally be different than what you consider it to be. Instead, I made a list of categories and jotted down information based on things that I feel you may actually find interesting. Things like, does this server utilize a bacon loadout? Is it locked to first person only? Does this server have persistent ranks? Or can I just access everything at once? I try to think of everything possible that you may want to know, all the way down to their battle metric score. And of course, if there's something you want to know but I didn't cover, definitely feel free to let me know in the comments below. For now, each of these servers are seeded and have a pretty strong community backing them up. Unfortunately, I did not get to include some of the heavy hitters like Casual Ops Central, Roadhouse, Raw, and Dark Crew this time around. They still haven't recovered from the recent big update, at least during the recording of this video. But I am in hopes that they'll be back up and ready the next time around. So for now, we'll pour one out for them. And before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the crew of BTGG, who are still fighting strong. I see big things happening for them this coming year. They broke the top 100 according to battle metrics, and their Discord community is growing like wildfire. If you're looking to grow with the server before jumping on the bandwagon, now's the time. They're a modern Civil War server that utilizes Redleg's top created maps. Not to mention, they're ran by probably the nicest crew in the community. Definitely worth at least a test run at the very least. Again, BTGG is the name, and they have 4 servers all with different maps, including everyone's favorite Yellowstone and Hoover Dam. Now, let's dive into this year's must-play servers. Alright, so we first dropped into the server that kind of started it all. As in the first server I ever played on in Arma Reforger, and the one that caused my addiction to be so strong that it took away all my free time, and honestly, it still hasn't given it back yet. It's Reforger's #1 guy, the worst case scenario servers, or as you all commonly know, W.C.S. If you haven't played it yet, chances are you played on a server that uses their mods. They're a huge group that created many assets for the modern style gameplay that we all enjoy. They offer a variety of different maps and have multiple servers for both North America and Europe, 5 of which are ranked in the top 20 on battle metrics at the time of this video. However, with that being said, you can expect some hefty wait times. They're typically full 24/7. It's definitely worth it though when you make it in, even for you console players. In our experience, you rarely came across any hiccups on their server. Now, I do think it's important to say, these guys have changed some things up since the beginning of last year. They made a bold move to change all of their ammo types to tracers only, and they took away the ability to save any silencers or secondary rockets to your loadout. I tried to look back through their Discord to see the reasoning behind the change up, but I had no luck. It doesn't really take away from the gameplay, especially if you're looking to play objectives, which I'm guessing could be the main reasoning behind it. But these servers are surely not for those stealthy type of players, or those snipers who want to hit shots from miles away. Tracers will rat you out in an instant. However, if you wanted to, you can still attach those silencers and load up on RPGs before heading out if need be. They'll still be available in the arsenal, but you just can't save them to your setup. The second server we touched down on is taking over Reforger. The old guy servers are simple and yet fun. They don't have an overbearing amount of complex mods, the gameplay is steady, the kill register feels solid, and I'm just generally a fan of what the server has to offer. Like WCS, Old Guys runs the one primary weapon loadout without offering the bacon editor. However, unlike WCS, Old Guys will allow you to try out a wide variety of ammo types and will give you the option to save your attachments and launchers to your loadouts. You're definitely going to be waiting in line on these servers. At the time I started gathering all my information from Battlemetrics, they had them rated at number 3 and number 4, with 2 other servers in the top 20. Now as I'm recording, I had to put this in there. All of their servers rank in the top spots in the seeding charts, so take that as is. Player counts, they don't lie. Before the 1.6 update, they did have one of my favorite maps, Fallujah, which really was a hell of a lot of fun. But unfortunately, with all the back-end issues since then, the map hasn't resurfaced. Hopefully in the near future, it'll show back up. But until then, my crew and I enjoy playing on Udakni. It's straight chaos from start to finish. Holding down the construction site is a lot of fun, and if you want to see more of what I'm talking about, I'll link our experience at the end of this video. 10 out of 10. One of my favorite servers to hop in on. Shot me, you squat. Now, if your style of gameplay is more tactical, then this next server is perfect for you. No other conflict server on Arma Reforger offers a more hardcore game mode than Spearhead's ultra hardcore servers. They take the icing on the cake for immersive conflict. To start, they use a sound mod that can completely disorient you in the heat of battle. It's hard to show it off on a YouTube video, but in a game with your headsets on and your volume up to hear footsteps, your eardrums can be throbbing after a single firefight. You literally have to use your earplug feature to hear any comms on this server. Anyways, in Spearhead, I find they force you to play as a team more than any other server out there, and they do this in 2 great ways. See, on their servers, it's a tug-of-war match from start to finish. One team starts on one side of the map, and the other team, well, starts on the other side. You'll battle at each point of interest until the last point is captured and the timer runs out. Now, usually on other servers with the AAS style of gameplay, you'll be able to spawn at a previous point and hike your way over into battle. Spearhead just doesn't do that. Instead, you're only allowed to spawn at the main base. From there, you'll have to wait for a chopper to pick you up and take you to a drop-off point where you and your teammates push into the objectives together. And then, the other kicker? You'll need a total of 6 players on the objective at once to start capturing the points. It's a slow and steady style of gameplay, but once your team gets a groove going and you're gelling together, you can easily get a steamroll going for a few objectives. Now, there are no name tags, which does make this a common server for team kills, especially during nighttime battles. I'm not one to usually run armbands on this server, but in this one, to save my sanity, I'm kind of forced to. Nah, they were shooting this way though.
Turn around.
My last tidbit on the server, Spearhead does a lot of their own mods in-house, which is great when needing to fix issues. If something goes wrong, Rumor and his crew are pretty quick at getting it resolved. And on top of that, Ruckus, the console player in my friend group, swears by these servers. He says it's the best experience he has gaming with Arma. So take that as is, I guess, and let's move on to our next server. I don't think there's a man more dedicated to his server than Yak Fargo. I know I've mentioned this before, but Mr. Fargo himself streams the development side of things to keep his community involved and informed. But on our tour, in his server, this man was actively fighting the front lines with the Russians. It was quite comical to see. It's clear, it's clear. What's up, Yak? Now, it has been a while since I made my debut back on this server, and I heard some things did change over the past months. One being that they switched up their hosting provider for a better experience, which luckily for me did improve my ping. Before, I do remember there was quite a few hiccups in a match, but now it seemed to be running a lot smoother. I was never kicked, the kill register felt instant, and it was overall a very pleasant experience. If I don't die from this. Fuck! My gun just went on. I have a jam, wait! Oh, I ain't making this, I ain't making this. Haha, too fucking smart for you, Fritz! May I take another order, please? I got to rock the 308 AK, which I honestly haven't seen in any other server. This thing may be hard to handle, but my god, does it hit hard. Yak also had us riding in style with Tacomas. It's no Ford, but it sure does beat those damn Rams. And OPR Fargo offers a kill pop-up indicator, which states the player's name you just murdered and the distance at which you did it at. It's an oddly satisfying feature, which I didn't realize I missed from the good old Call of Duty Battlefield days. Then lastly, there is no team killing. I don't think there's team killing because I just shot our teammate in the freaking head. Unless you get ran over, of course. Yeah. I just got ran over. And you could spawn on bases that are being captured. It's a solid server to have fun in and has a huge presence on TikTok. Get him, Paul. Get him, Paul. One of the funnest and yet simplest set of servers you'll ever set foot in is Arma Conflict's Vietnam 67 server. We got to test it out on the map of, yeah, that one. And straight up, we had a blast. Hiding in trees, sniping foes, crouching through bushes, using guerrilla warfare, and just causing chaos wherever we were. See, Arma Conflict is a little bit different than those other Conflict servers. For starters, they have one of the best user interfaces in the game, from their server intro thingy to their pause menu. Such a simple little thing adds such a nice touch to their server. I mean, they even allow you to choose your character's face in one of the menus. But what really sets them apart is that these servers don't focus on resources, like at all. Logistics take a back seat and the bases kind of supply themselves. Instead, it's just sheer action, making it feel like an absolute war zone around every corner. Now, Vietnam is not the only set of servers Arma Conflict offers. They also have Insurgency, which takes place on the Iraq map, and they did have World War 44, which was taken down and hasn't come back up yet. We're talking like months. It's kind of sad. I do miss it. Anyways, gear sets, weapons, and vehicles are all based on the set time period. Nothing really fancy in that sense, but it does keep the download size low. You're looking at 8.2 gigabytes of space. You're not getting any lower than that unless you play vanilla servers. Speaking of, no one does vanilla better than the crew at Warpigs. A solid set of servers that run vanilla and vanilla plus on the maps of New Evron, Kolgaiv, and Arland. What we shooting at, gents? I could have blown that pretty badly. Actually, at the time of this video, Warpigs is ranked at the #1 spot on battle metrics. So truth be told, you don't need mods to have fun. You just need a solid community that's willing to play objectives together. And you get just that in here. Shit, here comes the enemy helicopter. Skedaddle, dude. Oh, I tried. No! 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 Rocket! Just trying to revenge my helicopter friend. You'll fight side by side with your mates in late 80s gear, use the base vehicles, and play the game as intended. The thing that sets this server apart is the admin crew of War Pigs. They put a lot of effort into keeping gameplay as fair as possible. Next up on the list is a set of Civil War servers that took over after WTF disbanded. Misfits Squad is the name, and they're bringing the goofy charm to Arma gameplay. If rocking a full-on Hawaiian shirt, shorts, and a beard in the heat of battle doesn't tell you the atmosphere in here, I don't know how else to tell you. Or, I guess I could say, it's a very casual, fast-paced set of servers that offers quick spawns on radio backpacks. You'll fight on maps like Pacifico, Yellowstone, and North Carolina in the typical AAS style of warfare. The weapon choices are solid, the hit registering feels good, and the battles are usually fun. They also have a solid following, so do expect some hefty wait times on their servers. Now, like I mentioned before, you all know I'm a real stickler when it comes to my ping. I rarely like playing anything over 15 ms, which really kills me that this next server is only available in the UK.
I was flung from the car.
Oh, I saw. Because Gurkhaz may actually give the old guys a run for their money if they were located in America. It has a lot of similarities with the ease of gameplay and their fan base. However, Gurkhaz does like to make things loud, like Spearhead, as they use the War Tapes mod to intensify battle noises.
Where is it?
Set him up.
Right in front, it's
Above
right in front,
us.
right in front. The thing I really liked, or the thing I took notice of, is that the night vision goggles on their server actually utilize the whole entire screen. There was little to no outline of the goggles. Again, I know it's something so little that probably doesn't matter to the majority of Reforger players, but goddamn does it make a difference in my eyes. Anyways, due to my latency, my hit registration wasn't the greatest, so my firefights got a little sketchy at times. We're talking over 100 ping here. I mean, even the kill feed wasn't registering our kills. Either way, I was impressed with the server, and I would love to see an NA server available at some day. What the hell happened there? I witnessed the whole thing. Call your insurance company. Last but not least, we loaded into Triple Threat Tactical, a server known for its unique map design, gear sets, and vehicle mods. See, Triple T revamped the new Evron map to their own sweet design by implementing different assets to multiple points of interest, like creating a testing site in the middle of the map, adding submarines to their harbor, and altering buildings at spawns. It definitely adds a cool flair to the battle. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh boy.
You never love to hear that. And the building's crumbling. That's just fantastic. God damn. That's a start. Along with that, Triple Threat Tactical loves their vehicles. I remember seeing them add a sick next-gen Abrams tank to their servers a couple months back. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it on my tour, but I did see they have almost every chopper mod in the game. It's pretty freaking awesome. Now, the gunfights on this server were a lot of fun. I didn't think they used a different sound mod on this server, but every shot sounded like a heavy hitter and would put foes down instantly. Got one finally. Can't see shit over here. Imagine using my binoculars and switching to my sniper and looking at their night vision glare. That's how I'm picking these guys off right now. I really enjoyed their server playing on PC. The only issues we had was with Ruckus on Xbox. He was experiencing a lot of hiccups and kept crashing constantly. We don't know if it was the added assets on the map or something else, but either way, unfortunately it didn't feel optimized for console players. If you were a bad guy, where would you be? Hello?
My name is Greg.
My name is Jeff.
That's it, chest. Thank you.
Well, that's all I got for you guys in this video. I hope you all enjoyed it and found the new server that interests you. If there are any servers you'd like me to test out for my next server tour, let me know in the comments below. Until then, show me some love by hitting that like button and give me a follow for more Arma content like this. Or I'll just have to catch you out on the battlefield. Thanks for watching.